Welcome back to another episode of Locked In on Security, your go-to podcast for everything security related. Brought to you by Alert Enterprise, the leaders in AI-powered physical identity access management. All right, welcome back to ISC West. We're here with another great discussion. Can you introduce yourself and your company and tell us a little bit about what you guys do?
Sure. Mark Schlosser, work for Checkr Trust. We're providing instant criminal data and intelligence of whether when someone walks into a facility, a building, a school, whether that person can actually be trusted within that building. And we have criminal data that could range from anything from homicides to theft to fraud. And we're providing that intelligence directly into our partners like Alert Enterprise and their end clients.
That's amazing. So when I hear trust, I mean, trust really is the center of all security.
Yep.
Trusting who it is, where they are, what they're doing there, should they be there. What is it that you're bringing with Checkr that's kind of changed the game? I mean, obviously we've been doing background checks and we've been trying to validate people for a while. Where's the innovation that you've brought that's changed the way that we do it, that, you know, it can make it even better?
Yeah, for sure. And what is the first thing people think of for a background check?
Employment. Yeah.
Employment. It's what people instantly think about. It's what they gravitate to. And the other thing that people think about is is someone a sex offender? Kind of like a basic kind of search.
Yeah.
Whereas for us, we're combining all of that intelligence of a background check and all the different types of criminal categories that would matter and providing it instantaneously in such a way that you can make a decision at the speed of business, at the speed of someone walking into a building. So I'll give you an example here. Like a lot of folks think like sex offenders, like the only way to provide instant criminal data, or even like a global watch list, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of like the cream of the crop of criminals. Or a sex offender. Did you know that like in certain jurisdictions, if you get caught with child pornography, that's not a sex offender. So we're taking it even a layer further by saying, here's over 200 different criminal categories. You tell us exactly what matters for your business, and we'll tell you every time that there's a hit against that person so you can make a decision for the safety of that facility.
So it's configurable to sort of the needs and the requirements of the client, the facility. And what I hear from you is that what the major innovation is, it's constant and it's real time. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. And it's categorized. So it's like people need the customization. If you're doing something instantly and you have to make an instant decision, you want to make sure that actually fits your business. You don't want that person at the desk to actually be thinking about, what should I do here?
Yeah.
All the configurations have to be done on the back end, which partners like yourself do.
Yep.
It's amazing. So they can make those instant decisions.
Yeah. So where we've seen it and we value you as a partner is around visitor management. So we have customers that they're protecting, the most precious types of people, which is like our children. So we have a lot of children's hospitals that need to make sure and validate in real time the people that are coming to visit. And that becomes a critical decision point right at the entrance. And so one of the things I've seen is that, the idea of connecting that in real time, the cloud, that just provides a user experience that can run in the background, do all the important work, but it doesn't interfere in sort of the flow of sort of normal business. I remember one customer saying, we want security, the tightest security, but it works best when no one knows it's there.
That's right.
And so it seems like the way that you guys can do it, it just runs in the background, but you can be rest assured it's happening.
That's exactly right. When a background check is regulated, so there's a consent required, like the process required. This can either happen, it happens entirely in the background, but consent is optional for the actual facility.
Yes.
So that they can make sure that they can move it at the right speed and make those right decisions.
Makes sense. So obviously we're at ISC West. What are some of the other things that excite you about technology this year at the show that either you're providing or things that you've seen from other technology providers?
Yeah, for sure. I think everything about just understanding exactly who people are and the ways to get that intelligence and the ways to protect that intelligence. I think using data, using security, intelligence in ethical kind of ways it's really important to us.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious of like data protections and all those kinds of routes of how people are actually doing it here.
Yeah, for me, it's exciting. We're seeing this new push towards identity being at the core of security, validating identity, but also using identity as sort of the main, perimeter for security. And that's been really exciting. And being able to leverage that through cloud, AI is what's really accelerating that adoption and the capabilities we see. So super excited. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And again, thank you for your partnership and have a great show.
Awesome. We're excited to be partnered with you guys, and thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening. Follow and subscribe to stay up to date on the latest episodes, share this episode with your network, and leave a review on your podcast platform of choice. We'll catch you on the next episode.